Hello, my name is Elissa. I study Peace and Conflict Studies in Sweden, in Uppsala. And I'm sitting here today with Michaela, who's also doing her exchange semester here in Madrid at UFV. So please, Michaela, introduce yourself.
Yes, hi, my name is Michaela and I'm from the Netherlands. I study European Studies in The Hague and I'm here to talk about femicide.
Yes. So what is femicide?
Well, femicide is the killing of women by men or boys just because they are women. So it's gender based.
Mm-hmm. How is this in your country?
In our country right now, this is a very big problem.
Is it a big topic?
It's a really big topic, yes,
Okay.
definitely. It got more attention the last months because there was a 17-year-old girl that was killed when she was riding her bike home when she was going out with her friends. And that got a lot of media attention because she was underage, but also because the media was focusing on it being an immigrant. So a lot of women were mad about this. But there were a lot of protests that followed this event, and it definitely got a lot of attention in the media, and I think it's a good thing, but also very sad that it needs to die of a girl for it to get so much attention.
Do you know if it got a lot of international media attention, or was it mainly in the Netherlands?
For international attention, I'm not sure. I haven't seen any other news reports talk about it, but in the Netherlands it was a really big topic.
Did you hear it in your group of friends or family? Was it also there or just in the news?
We talked about it in my family because I brought it up, and I saw a lot on social media, on the news, on TV, and basically everyone I talked to about it, that's just when the topic was coming up. But I think it was a big enough topic for everyone to discuss because it was quite heavy.
Yeah. Do you think that it is affecting your day-to-day life or of girls in general?
It definitely does, and I think that's something that a lot of men underestimate, that because they don't understand that this is something that occurs in your day-to-day life. When you want to take a walk when the sun is already going down, definitely in winter, I don't think that I myself think a lot about it anymore. You just don't do it anymore. You don't go out too late, or you make sure you leave your location with a friend. But those are all things that shouldn't be necessary because men also don't take those precautions. So I think yes, of course it does affect my day-to-day life and every girl.
What are some precautions that you take that you think that men don't know that girls take or do, or how they think?
The route I take. So I think about how I take my route back home, which is the safest. Leaving my location with a friend, letting them know when I get home. Not drinking when I know I have to get back home first. So on the bike, of course, not with the car. Making sure I'm fully covered when I go walk down the street because I don't want to have any unnecessary attention. And many more.
Because I think there's many things that men don't maybe think about.
No.
That they wouldn't understand. But how is your country, the Netherlands, handling this situation?
Well, I think poorly. Definitely, this was a topic that wasn't discussed as much before this incident, and often blamed on immigration. And I think this is just a general topic that should be like what I think they should do is just put it fully in the education as well, for, mostly for boys, so women shouldn't go out of their way to feel safe. And I'm sorry, the question was?
No, how the Netherlands handles this situation.
Yes, I think that they don't handle it.
So what do you think is the core problem to why this happens?
I think the mentality of, oh, this is just boys are being boys, and this is something that's always going to exist, you know, because there will always be lustful men that cannot control themselves, and that's why women should try to like make themselves smaller for them, instead of we should actively try to pursue a world wherein men are not doing this to women anymore, and not blaming women for looking a certain way and therefore them having lust, you know. It is always a man's problem. It will never be a woman's problem, but it is a woman's problem. So I think the mentality that the men cannot change is bullshit. Yeah.
So as you said before, you think it's about the education of it, so educating them very young.
Yes.
Boys, for example.
It's also within the communities for men, you know, like if you go to a job where like there's only men, and you go there as a 16-year-old boy, and you learn how to talk about women there, and it's usually not that respectful. I've been working with in a butchery since I was 14 years old, and that's mostly male dominated, and the way they speak about women is just like very disrespectful. And when a new boy came into work, very young age, he learns how he copies it, because you spend so much time with these men, and also like give a good example on how they should behave, how they should talk about women, because that's how it starts. It doesn't start with from 0 to I'm gonna kill a woman.
No,
it's what you learn in your house and what your father teaches you, and it's small things.
Yeah, and you were in the NATO Youth Summit.
Yes.
Did you speak about this there?
Yes, I got interviewed by a TikToker who asked what the biggest threat to my country was, and personally I think the correlation between femicide and social media and like the internet, that it's a big part of the latest murders of women by the new generation, because of red pill content and
what is red pill content?
Red pill content is information that gets shared by a group of men that try to push each other to hate on women, because women are
inferior.
Yes, basically, and that women that they should have the rights on a woman, and that they are now not in a position anymore to be with a woman, because the world changed so much that women work now, so they don't need men, and that's women are just basically not human beings, but something they have right to, but they cannot have a right to it because we are our own beings, you know. So it's basically information that's being pushed just to hate on women, and I think that's something very dangerous if you're like stuck in an algorithm where you get heard and seen, because if you are a really small boy that never had attention from a girl before, it's very sad, but also you look for people that feel the same as you, and then you get stuck in this loop of it's their fault, and you don't want to put the blame on them, but if you're 14 you're not gonna
critically think about
no, of course not, and you you want to be heard, you want to be seen, and yeah, it can lead to you having a lot of negative feelings about women or girls, and it will all push each other. So like this community, it's only getting bigger, and it's so harmful.
How did they react on the NATO Youth Summit when you said this?
Well, there were some good comments about it, but there were many people online, and that's why it's so controversial, because online everyone has something to say without actually like having to think about it or having to show your face for it. So I think there were a lot of negative comments about it because they didn't agree on that. I thought that was the biggest threat, that they didn't agree on the same threat that I said, that they said something else like immigration, for example. And they didn't, that's basically what they didn't agree with, but not that the topics itself is wrong.
What do you wish that you could say to them if they were listening?
Well, I wish that conversation like happened a few months before the death of Elissa. So I wish I could just tell them like it is the biggest threat, because women are so important for our country, and and if we just turn around and don't see the problem, then we're just gonna let it happen. And I wish I could just say like, please pay attention to what is happening around us, and please pay attention to the men's mental health as well, and don't ignore this problem, because it is an actual problem, and people just underestimate it and don't see it as a big threat, but it is, because every 8 days there's one woman killed just because she's a woman, and that's just horrible.
Yeah, of course. Okay, thank you so much for coming.
Yes, no problem.
And talking with me about femicide. Yes.